Here are today's episode highlights.
¡Hey! Comadrita, saqué la campanita
Cowbell, more cowbell.
More cowbell. Anyhow, oh my God, I am so excited for today. This episode's about sipping, spilling, and keeping it real.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. And today's vibe, I'm so excited to say this. It's all about the 3 Fs.
Oh. Okay, girl.
And I can promise you that this episode is going to be really juicy.
Oh.
La quinta comadre, Melissa Rios.
Hey.
I have never got such an intro like that.
Ya te habías tardado, amiga.
Sí, ya había tardado y quiero dejar claro que no cobro. Entonces, I deliver to the hood.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my God. And with that being said,
Yeah, we have to try it.
Yes.
Literally, to salud.
Everything was fine. I come out pregnant.
Bidi bang, boom.
Yo sentía como, that was God. Like, there's no way that you can tell me that was anything else but God telling me, like, no es aquí. 3 months unemployed, and then I just get this call from Power.
Power 106.
Yeah. Mom guilt is very heavy on me, pero es que de todos modos los vas a traumar, hija. Entonces,
Yeah.
And they're also watching you, Melissa. They're watching you work hard.
oh, I know.
I wish I did that. And so that's a thing. It's like learning, growing, showing up for yourself, you know? Put on the mask yourself before you put it on others.
Es que así andamos todas.
No,
We
my
try to
sink,
make
my
it-
sink is full of dishes right now from like 2 days ago. I'm sorry, but that's
the reality.
But the important things are getting done.
Like my hair and my makeup.
So, comadritas, are we ready to help out a comadre?
Yes.
do it.
Let's do it. Hi, beautiful ladies.
Since when?
2008. Since 2008.
It's been a while.
Okay.
They've been
Like
50,
almost
50.
20 years.
finances.
17 years. Okay.
Ya no nos van a chismear nada si andas ahí con tus... Be nice. Amiga, we're here to listen.
Oye,
We listen, we don't judge.
Don't judge.
You got first of all, you gotta love a man a great deal to put up with that shit. Oh my God.
esta no se aguantó.
I'm sorry. I was for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be provided for, but not take advantage of a man. I'm not that kind of woman where
Why
I'm
not?
like,
Why not? Take advantage.
Y si yo las invito, yo pago.
Ya.
Y yo no le voy a decir, hey, you need to sell me.
Totally.
I'm not, that's not who I am.
Aquí lo primero que tiene que pasar, the first things first. Like you say when
Que
they
se
sit
case.
down.
No. ¿Cómo? Un codo.
No, para
Ya
nada.
nos vamos. Ay, no,
Oye,
gracias.
Y una amiga como Archie, el amor lo puede todo.
Welcome. We've been waiting for you.
Bienvenida. We are 4 comadres, and we are so excited to have you here. I am Argelia.
I am Mindy.
I am Diana.
And I'm Janet. Join us. Grab that drink.
Get comfy, settle in, and get to know us.
As we get down with some real conversations.
And raise that glass to the true power of sisterhood.
Are you ready for us?
This is Comadres Unfiltered.
¡Salud! ¡Hey! Comadrita, saqué la campanita
Cowbell, more cowbell.
More
Oh.
Anyhow, oh my God, I am so excited for today. I am so excited for today because this says, you know, comadritas watching or listening in your cars during your lunch. This episode's about sipping, spilling, and keeping it real.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. And today's vibe, I'm so excited to say this. It's all about the 3 Fs.
Okay, girl.
Las 3 Fs, ¿sabes?
Son.
I know what my 3 Fs are. What are your 3 Fs?
What do you think are my 3 Fs?
Oh.
I don't know.
No! A ver,
I don't want to say anything that I'm like going down the wrong path here.
Wow. Does it involve an F-bomb?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. Oh, I think it's going to involve a lot of F-bombs.
Finances?
No, girl, that's boring today. Eso está aburrido.
Diana has money on the mind.
I know, sorry. Cha-ching.
Okay, ahí van las 3 Fs. Fierce.
Mm.
Ooh.
Fierce.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Like that word.
Ooh.
I'm following.
And fearless.
Love the sound of that.
O sea, prácticamente Latina energy. Hello.
Absolutely.
Right? No,
Yes.
honestly, the guest that we have today represents all those 3 and some more. We're talking career. We're talking motherhood. We're talking how to keep it sexy. Remember when we told Mindy in that very first episode that she was a MILF? and she didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, I was a little confused there. Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that this guest, a lot of women are going to be like, damn, she's a MILF. Because that's what I was called in her podcast. And I'm going to call her out today because they've been talking about me. So without further ado, no, wait, before presenting her, because I las tengo todas en suspenso, we also have a very heartfelt section here, the segment Dear Comadres. You want to tell us about that, Janet?
So we have a new segment, right? Dear Comadres. We already had our first one. Today we're going to dive into a second. And it's really, truly a way for us to listen to you, to listen to your stories, and for you to get advice and a little bit of like what we have to say about whatever you write in. So write to Dear Comadres, dearcomadres@gmail.com. Send us your stories, and we're so excited to be able to reply and for us to give you the Comadres take.
Yay.
Yes.
That's right. I'm so excited
Love
to read
that.
this letter.
Yes, we're diving in that in this episode too.
This letter, oof, I have a feeling a lot of comadritas are going to be like, what?
Yes.
¿Qué onda? But you know what? I'll just stop right now.
Yeah,
I'll just stop because I don't want to start.
It is offensive.
But, yeah, very offensive. But let's start with our guest. Okay, she is not only one of LA's favorite voices. She's one of my consentidas. She's on Cali 93.9 FM. That's right.
Party.
93.9 FM. She's a proud mommy. Bueno, mamacita. Influencer. Entrepreneur. Very sexy. And I can promise you that this episode is going to be really juicy. Like extra juicy.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
Get it, girl.
So without
see what you
further
did there.
ado, we welcome to Comadres Unfiltered Podcast, La Quinta Comadre, Melissa Rios.
That's right.
I have never got such an intro like that.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Is she in the room with us?
She is in the room with us.
On our couch.
Oye, se nota que somos locutoras.
Thank you for inviting me to the Baddies Club.
Yes, girl.
I appreciate it. There's so many podcasts, there's so many shows, and a lot of times, como que no me invitan.
¿Cómo?
I've always said this. A mí, la gente, there's two things that always happen to me.
Why?
Y no por victimize myself, pero these things always happen to me. I don't know if they happen to you guys, okay? I never get invited places.
Excuse me?
I don't know if people think I'm like how you say?
Uninvitable?
Inalcanzable, maybe?
Or unapproachable.
Why?
Okay.
But and that's a me thing, right? Tengo my resting bitch face, and I'm like I'm unapproachable. No, I really don't get invited places that often, or like to do shows, and also I don't get hit on by men.
Stop it.
Scout
Stop.
honor.
Look at this woman.
Okay,
Girl Scout
intimidated.
honor.
They are intimidated.
Girl Scout honor.
I'll tell you
I
that
never.
much.
And my husband says, "Ay, eres una mentirosa." But this is true. You can ask like my friends when we go out. I never get approached. Not that I want it. I know everyone's like on Aisha Curry right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen how like everyone's
Aisha Curry. But this is what happens. You walk through, you don't see, but then you leave a wave behind you of people like looking at you, girl.
Yeah, no one comes and hits on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, and quizá me respetan. Gracias. I appreciate it.
Okay, you know what?
Respétenme un poquito menos.
You can, listen, Mindy y yo te vamos a invitar, okay? We always get hit on.
Yeah.
So you can come out with us. Come out with us.
Red. My husband's
sorry.
like, you want what? It's just
We'll take
an
care of her, though.
observation. And you know who I think this happens to?
Interesting.
Maybe I'm going to go on a limb, but we called Argelia a MILF in our podcast because the guys were very hesitant to speak of her in that way.
Oh, wow.
But, and I think...
They respect you, mama.
Sí, entonces it was like, no, we can't. But she's a baddie. It says behind the scenes, they're
Right.
like, Argelia can get it. You know? Like, and I'm like, hey, chicos, respétenla, por favor. Está casada. Es una santa. But I think your intro, being invited here is just such a blessing for me. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Quiero que me inviten, chicos. Quiero que piensen que I'm a vibe. Porque
You
sí lo
are.
soy.
You are a vibe, girl. That's why you're here. Melly, you are a
Yes.
vibe of light. It is luz. You walk into a room, if people don't look at you like we look at you, están ciegos. Because when you walk into a room, you literally light up the room with your energy, your authenticity. That's one of the things that makes you shine on the radio. Que no
Absolutely.
tienes pelos en la lengua and you
con
say
el desmadre
things.
también.
No.
Desmadre, I love
That's a
it.
beautiful combo.
Oh, yeah.
Eres el desmadre, pero eres también la sabiduría because you're bringing your wisdom as a mom, as a first gen, as a chica del barrio from the streets, like how we all grew up, and you're bringing that rawness to your show. How can we not welcome you into our beautiful podcast? Ya te habías tardado, amiga.
Sí, ya había tardado y quiero dejar claro que no cobro for appearances on podcast. No cobro. Maybe that's a factor also
That's
where
right.
they're like,
Put it out
Melissa
there.
charges for which I do.
You're like, I want to come
honestly.
party on podcast. Yes.
And I do charge. Argelia will know we have to. Es que, pues, o sea, nada es gratis, chicos.
Decía mi abuela, la belleza cuesta.
Quieren que busque babysitter, que me pinte, que me cambie, que me, and you don't want to pay me. No, pues, ¿cómo?
Exacto.
Yeah.
Well, you can sit with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay?
For
You can sit with us.
For free.
Anytime.
And Meli, I don't know if you've seen our episodes, but every time we have a guest, or even when we're by ourselves, we always do a toast with wine, or with champagne, or with prosecco. O esa saca su stash fancy de no sé dónde.
Okay.
¿Qué trajiste el otro día? Like that French thing or that drink that you have in the freezer. What's it called?
Oh, cava.
Oh, cava.
Yeah, but that's a Spanish champagne.
Eso.
That's what it is.
Y-
Cava is Spanish champagne. Prosecco is Italian.
Ándale.
Yes. Champagne, and champagne is from Champagne, France.
Y
So that's
tenemos
what it is.
tecitos, pero hoy, pues queremos probar unas delicias de Meli. We're going to start there
Yes.
because we're getting thirsty already. So before we go into your career and how you started in radio, because, you know, a lot of comadritas are going to be inspired by your story. If they don't know who Melissa Rios is, you're going to know her name and her story and her career. I mean, presume, amiga. ¿Con qué nos vas a hidratar?
What is this?
No de France, pero
No.
juice.
Local.
So I brought everyone a green juice. Cheers.
Yes.
I'm gonna open it.
Really quick, if I can just give
Yes.
a background in our story. We're
Yes.
the Organic Juice Dude. We're a juice delivery service. My stepson was diagnosed with cancer when he was 6 months old.
Oh,
boy.
Entonces, le iban a hacer chemo, radiation, and su mamá y my husband en ese tiempo, they decided to do the holistic route. Y se fueron a Santiago, Chile.
Wow.
And they did like holistic juicing, diet change. I'm talking about walking on grass and like mud baths and just really with nature.
Wow.
No medicine. My stepson, it's a big story. You can check it out at the Organic Juice Dude. But we are now, my stepson is now 15 years old. He is active. He is healthy. He is cancer-free.
Yay!
And we believe that it was because of juicing. It was because of nutrition. And I would make juices every day.
Wow.
And so I would have them, I would have to wake up. I would make juices. My husband had a full-time job at UPS. He worked there for 20 years.
Wow.
And then after he quit there, it was kind of like, what are we going to do? What are we going to start? And I just wanted to share with my community what I had found about juicing, about nutrition, how important it is. You are what you eat. You go into a Sprouts and the first thing you see front and center are fruits and vegetables. And they really care about their nutrition. And you go to a Superior and you see gancitos and you see beer
That
and
is
you
Yeah.
see
so
chips.
true.
Entonces, to me, it has been one of my missions in life is to just educate my people. Like you said, from the streets, I'm from there. I'm de la calle, from la calle, and I still talk to my community. And so my goal is to make this accessible for everyone. There is no Prest in the hood. There is no juice bars in the hood.
Right.
There's only
right.
McDonald's and Burger Kings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Entonces, I deliver to the hood.
Yeah!
I love that.
Oh my
Cheers.
God. And with that being said,
Yeah, we gotta try it.
Yes.
Literally, to
Thank
salud.
you.
oh my gosh, Meli, what a
yummy.
I love
story.
And I don't want to get too into it because I feel like, it's so sad.
Delicious.
But, cheers. It's organic. No le echamos
They're really
agua ni
good.
azúcar.
Nada.
It is a
Oh,
little
so
pricey.
delicious.
A lot of our customers, can I just say this? A lot of our customers are children of immigrants. And they're trying to take care of their parents who have like diabetes,
Right.
Yeah.
cancer. O sea, es siempre
Yeah.
nosotros tratando de cuidar a nuestros
Yes.
papás y educar
Sí.
a nuestros
Sí,
papás.
sí, sí.
Or our children. I get the
Yes.
chills. So
Yeah.
thank you to all the mommies out there who actively every single day you're cooking for your kids. You're trying to teach your dad que no, que ya tu mamá ya no cocine con ese aceite or whatever it is.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you. I see you. I understand you, and this is for you.
And you know what,
the
Meli?
org-
Felicidades por esto. It's amazing. The flavor.
Yeah, it's
you know what?
delicious.
Ahorita
So
me
good.
transportaste. You literally transported me to San Juan de los Lagos.
That was just
La
saying that
tienda
earlier.
de abarrotes de la esquina, la Gallito. La prolongación Gallito. Gracias
Okay, we
very
literally
much.
went to the same abarrotes place with the same juguitos.
Well,
yes.
I just took a sip of that. And I haven't had that sip in 25 plus years. So thank you for taking me back to El Barrio, la cuna de la abuela.
Oh my God,
with
yes.
este jugo de zanahoria, piña, limón y jengibre. I mean, you literally transported me. Right now you mentioned las mamás. And, ¡Amá! ¡Ya le encontré el jugo de la esquina de los jovitos!
Oh my God, I literally said that earlier without you saying that. And the girls are witness to it. I said exactly the same thing. I'm like, these juices remind me of San Juan de los Lagos.
Yes.
And that little stand where we would always go in the morning to get our juices. It's the best. I love it.
Delicious.
Oye, amiga,
Yes, so good. Incredible.
te botaste con estos jugos y me encanta el mensaje que mandas. You're right. Now
In
it's
a
our
beautiful
turn.
glass bottle.
Very, you know,
Thank you.
quality. Quality for our families, quality for our community. When we had Bricia here from La Guelaguetza.
Yeah.
We've had Mike Alfaro from Millennial Loteria. And if there's one thing that we can all agree on is basta ya con darle a la comunidad cosas baratas.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to erase that narrative from our head and our heart and start retraining ourselves because we deserve this.
Yeah.
We deserve quality.
Health is wealth.
Yes.
Entonces,
Absolutely.
you know, la gente, even soda, I was doing some research on like wealthy people, they hardly ever drink soda. They drink mineral water. They drink like Sprite and stuff like that. Entonces, a veces solamente basta con ver y notar que they're poisoning us. They're poisoning our people. Entonces, you know, educarte poquito and try to help your family from the inside out.
Yes.
And that's what we strive for.
We have to change that narrative. That's for
For
Well, if there's one thing we love to do with this platform is to support, you know, our Latino-owned businesses, and obviously more when there's a hot mamacita behind it. So we'll be sharing all the info of Meli's Organic Juice Dude on our, obviously, YouTube and our socials. And can we just talk about, con respeto, your hot husband?
What?
You see? You want to get hit on and your husband ended up getting hit on. You know?
¿Qué le pusiste este jugo? Porque ni yo me reconozco. No, we gotta say it.
He just celebrated his 46th birthday. Happy birthday.
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama
My
el hubby?
husband, no, porque luego me lo van a quitar. No. His name is Gene. Eugenio. He has a very strong name.
Oh,
Eugenio
wow.
Martinez. His social security is...
No, te lo con respeto. You guys make a beautiful couple. I mean, you're gorgeous, you're sexy, you're fierce and fire. And then when I see you with your husband happily married and I see those hot pictures that you share.
Oh, he's intense.
Well,
My
that's why I
husband is
say hot
very
because
intense.
you started it.
Yeah, I did.
With those pictures.
I love it.
I did.
What
It's your
pictures?
fault.
Oh,
Can you
girl.
show them?
De repente le pone la mano en la nalga.
He's very sensual. He's very like...
Touchy. I love that.
Yeah, he's
love that.
very,
Yeah, I
very
love that.
sensual. He's not like shy of the cameras.
Yeah.
You know, he walks in. I think one of the things that drew me to him was he's very secure.
Yes.
Entonces, like, we can be in a room and he just claims me.
Oh.
And
Does
I
he
love
does he
that.
ever throw you against the wall?
I mean, that's why we're together.
Throw me against the wall. Se avienta del ropero.
No, he's very sensual. He's very secure, and I think that's what adds up to his
That is
attraction.
very sexy.
Especially
very
for a
attractive.
strong woman like us. Like, I
Yes.
think that's what makes him so... Porque dirías tú, ay, es un Ken. Así. No, he is tall. So most men become more attractive when they're tall.
Yes.
Entonces he's
No offense, shorties. No offense.
Short kings.
Entonces, but yeah, he's tall, so that adds to his attraction, but also is muy seguro de sí mismo, and he's not afraid of like anything. We did an unboxing the other day, a man. I think it was a man because I don't think a woman would send me a $300 perfume.
Is that those perfume that you
I
bought?
saw that, by the way.
I'm like, what?
$300 perfume?
Yeah.
Creed?
Like a mystery?
It was the Baccarat.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
favorite.
The girl who doesn't get hit on gets a
I know,
300
gets
Baccarat
packages. Exactly.
perfume sent to her.
I have a story
Yes.
with that perfume that I will share off the record.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I want to keep, because I guess it's a thing with men trying to get to women. Con el baccarat te agarran con el
Okay,
baccarat.
my address is... We'll put it in the YouTube on my
This one,
description.
my story has to do with an ex-boss.
You know, we do
All
have
right.
to, I'm sorry, my ADHD is kicking in, but you do have to do also, I don't know if you already have, I did a meeting and the man the boss, asked me to take off my shoes.
What?
What?
Oh.
So us women
Yeah.
go through some stuff
Yeah.
sometimes that you're like, a man would never go through this. Like, I can
Exactly.
guarantee
True.
you, your
Yes.
husband was never asked to take off his shoes in a meeting.
No, but did it Alejandro Fernandez or who complimented your feet?
Bueno.
Ay, sí, pero eso es diferente.
Pero déjales digo quién.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin.
ese.
Ricky Martin,
Ay,
ternura.
Pídeme que me quite lo que quieras.
But going back to that point, Meli, I'm so happy you bring it up. I think one of the reasons why in the industry, radio, TV, we've all been there, music.
Oh, yeah.
One of the reasons why I haven't been disrespected in that way is because I've been married to Omar.
Right.
So no es como que él me protege. He doesn't have to. But the fact that people know in the industry that we are a couple,
Exactly.
Of course.
they've never dared. I'm talking before Omar.
Right.
How bad it was
Yeah.
with that type of behavior.
Bosses
Y dices tú.
trying to get you to make a good decision in your career.
Yeah. Well, career. Let's start there. Let's start there.
let's
That was
start
a
there.
beautiful segue.
Sorry, yes, you guys need to. I'm sorry, really quick. I have ADHD. I jump from topic to topic. So please reel me back in.
Okay.
I
We're
will
good.
go.
This is a comadre
Okay, so the
talk.
hot
This is how
husband.
it is.
Okay, hot husband.
Check. Okay,
This
sorry.
is what happens in our dinners, girl.
It
Wait,
really
you think my
is.
husband's hot? You had never told me that. And you, waited to tell me on your podcast?
Yes, one. And you just
These are
got
fighting words.
says the person
This
that
is why
walked
we
into
brought
the
you on. Just
O&A
kidding.
studio and the first thing she saw was Omar's picture and says, Argelia, is that Chayanne?
He looks like him. So, you know, con todo respeto. Él say with his
No lo
hair
hueles, no lo
all,
hueles.
You know?
So we love that we compliment our men.
Yeah, yeah.
With respect. But yeah, let's talk about your career, Meli. Obviously, I've been in the radio industry since 2003. 2001. That's when I broke into the business in radio, TV, 1997. But growing up in radio, I had the fortune of meeting amazing talent, super talented young females. Now, you know, in the later years, because back in the day when I started, eran muy pocas las mujeres. So to know that there was young professionals making waves,
Totally.
and that's you, Meli. That's how we met. We met through the airwaves, like without meeting each other physically.
So we were talking about each
We
other.
were talking about each other.
I love
I
that.
would talk about her on my show because I would hear things that they would say of me,
Oh.
good things, by the way. And then she would talk about me, and so that's how we met
Yeah.
through the airwaves, literally. But I want people to know your story. Like, how did you break into the business? Was it hard, especially with those, you know, those curves that you just said that you have, and people are just go by looks? And no, radio is not just about looks; it's about talent. You have a face for radio, not anymore. Not anymore.
have
This is a face for radio.
Yeah. I think we really did change the movement.
We did.
We did. 100%.
Yes.
So I'm just a regular schmegular girl from the San Gabriel Valley. Shout out to the 626. I graduated. I wanted to be a police officer.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do criminology. I thought like I would look so hot in the outfit.
You would. You totally would.
Yes.
And it's funny because I've always based things like that. I was like, I should play tennis. I would look so cute in that outfit. That's just who I've been my whole life. Fashion. So, so I was like, I'll look super hot in one of those outfits. I probably went like 2 semesters to college. I did criminal justice, and they took us to, I've shared this story a couple times. They took us to the Twin Towers aquí en Los Angeles.
Downtown LA, yeah.
And as soon as I walked in and I saw the inmates, I remember I was wearing like a purple bow and my hair was like to the side. As soon as I saw them, they saw me, I said, I'm no la voy a hacer. There's no way. They're who I am as an, o sea, again, my outfits, the way I'm thinking of my outfit, there's no way you can show up like that. O sea,
Right.
so I was like, no me conviene. Entonces, aquí no es. Aquí no es. Entonces I stopped doing that and I took this test. My friend, one of my very good friends, Myrna, she's so intelligent. And she was like, well, not going to college is not an option. You know, you got to do something. And she's like, there's this test online, take it. and it assesses your personality and let's see what else you can do.
Oh,
And so I took
interesting.
this test and it was like, you can be an actress, you can be a model, or you can be a radio host.
Yay!
No way.
And I was like, I can do radio. Like, I can
Yeah.
talk.
Sé hablar.
I can talk.
Parlanchina.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, y le
right?
echo mucha crema a mis tacos because you have to be like
Oh, yeah.
animated in a sense. So
You
I was
gotta picture the story.
Yeah.
Decorate it.
So I was like, I can do that. And so I told my mom, I want to go to radio school. And my mom's always been my number one cheerleader, like super supportive. My mom's never told me no to anything. And she's like, okay, we're going to radio school. And I've been working since I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Burger joints, you know,
Wow.
just
Totally.
my mom and my dad got a divorce when I was fairly young. Entonces, para que nunca me faltara nada, my mom would work a lot, and I wanted to relieve some of that stress for her.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, she bought me a pair of shoes. Well, I want another pair. Entonces, yo me iba a trabajar.
Same story right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yep.
Entonces, I remember I started radio school, and I told my mom, ¿sabes qué, mom? Ya no voy a trabajar. I'm going to take this time to really go to school and take this in. And she's like, okay. I talked to my dad and I was like, Dad, can you pay for my cell phone bill? Can you pay for the, gas, whatever. Everything was fine. I come out pregnant.
Oh.
Bidi bang.
Mm.
Boom! My mom's like, ¿qué esperabas? ¿Una lavadora?
Ese no era parte del plan.
It wasn't. My baby was not. And I was 19.
19.
Gonna be 20.
So young.
So I get pregnant and I remember just this shame of how am I going to go to radio school being pregnant? Like nobody's going to want to hire a pregnant girl. And nobody's going to want to educate a pregnant girl.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it's really hands-on. It's like a trade school, It wasn't like college journalism. It was hands-on. So I quit. I quit radio school. En ese tiempo, yo estaba aplicando. I was trying to get a job at Clear Channel, Univision, and I did a lot of applications. And then it just all stopped. I had my baby. Me junté con su papá. I took makeup classes. I even did like a course for taxes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just trying to find myself.
Right.
Like, what
Yes.
can I do?
Uh-huh.
I finally get a job at a temp agency de recepcionista. Like, do you have steel-toe boots? If I send you to get a drug test, will you pass? Just things like that. Like, do you have a forklift license?
Oh.
So I'm doing that, and I get this call, and it was like, "Hi, like we found your application to work in the street team for Clear Channel," and that was 4 years after.
Wow.
I was 19.
Wow.
So this time now I'm like 19, 20, 21, 22.
22.
4 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
4 years. And we found your application. Y entonces era like
Oh my
written.
gosh,
Yeah. You
yes.
had to hand it off.
Antigüita.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
went into the Clear Channel
Of
right here in
course.
Burbank. Now ya cambiaron.
Yeah.
They moved
Like they
yes,
moved.
Yeah.
But anyway, they call me and they tell me, and I said, yes. Like, I want to, I'll do
Yeah.
it. But I can only do it weekends because I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I just got a new Honda 2022 con el dinero de los taxis. The down payment, Like, I can only do weekends, though. And I remember the guy said to me, we can only do full-time. Like, you can't just come in on the weekend. This is a full-time promotions job. And I remember, like, I hung up y todo ese día yo sentía como that was God. Like, there's no way that you can tell me that was anything else but God telling me, like, no es aquí. Aquí no es, y si te quedas aquí te vas a quedar.
Mhm.
Que no tiene nada de malo. It was a great job. I was surrounded by beautiful people, but it just wasn't for me.
Right.
Entonces, I remember I got home and I told my mom, hey, Mom, guess what? I'm going back to radio school. And she was like, estás loca. For the first time, my mom was just like, look, you just got a job. You just took out this car that's $500 worth of payment. Like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I just need you to support me. I just need you to help me out. And she was like, okay. So I quit my job. I went to radio school. I got myself a job in promotions at Mega, which was a radio station.
Mhm.
And I missed so many birthdays, so many New Year's, so many Christmases because I was putting in the work, being the cover girl and learning the boards and doing all that stuff. Pero gracias a Dios, we're here now.
Oh my God.
What a journey.
So
What a
you went
story.
from Mega
I
Street
love that.
Team, which is a very hard
Yes.
job, by the way. That's really where aspiring, on-air personalities have to start. Straight out of college,
It's like
they do
Roots,
it for
Rust
free.
Roots, right?
Right.
When I started K-Love, I did weekend street team as well. Because
setting up tents and
Setting
handing
up
out
tents.
flyers.
Yeah,
I was gonna
and
ask, what is a
outside
street
the
team?
grocery store.
Oh,
You're
street team?
Venga,
Yes.
we have these flyers, and people come and can have a keychain or
Yes.
You give
have
away-
stickers.
You
Yeah.
give it. Well, back in the day when I started, because she's a baby. When I started, we would actually raffle CDs.
Yes.
We would lay out all
Yes,
the CDs on the
CDs.
table. Que los temerarios, que los bookies, que conjunto primavera.
Yeah.
And I would hand out the raffle tickets. And for 3 hours, girl, you're in front of a supermarket or a big lot.
Yes.
But
But
you're trying to reel people in. And that's
Yeah.
your
Totally.
job. And with that job, I was able to pay off my
exhausting.
first car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero you do it because
Yeah.
te pagan peanuts, by
Yes.
the way. But
Yes.
for us at that age, it's your starting
exposure.
ground.
But it's a starting ground, but it's what you actually need because you need to get in front of your audience,
Yeah.
right? It's the community that you're building.
Yes.
You're listening. You're getting like straight feedback from
Yeah.
everybody that you're listening to and that will be listening to
Yes.
you later.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
it's
good.
essential.
It's
It was essential to my growth. And then when I was doing street team, I remember I was in the elevator and there was this man standing there and he's like, "How's your day today?" And I'm like, "It's good." And I just started talking to him the way I talk. And then like the next day they call me in and they're like, "Hey, Juan Carlos Hidalgo
JC!
wants to talk to you."
We know him.
And I was like, "Who's that?"
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "That's your boss. Like, that's who you want to be your boss." Like, I was in street team, so I was doing, I didn't know who that was. That's the
Yeah.
PD. Like, that's the guy you want to talk to. I'm like, well, does he want to talk to me? And they're like, well, I don't know. I walk in, and that's the man I had ran into him in the elevator.
Oh my gosh.
And so he was just like, "You're funny.
Oh.
Like, you're something else. Like, I had no idea who he was, but I was just, Entonces he's like, "I need a demo. Make me a demo. Let's do it." And I was like, okay. So I remember I walked into the studio and I was like, "So this guy, JC, wants a demo." And everyone was like, what? And I was like, "Who's going to help me?" And I did the demo and I speak English majority. Entonces lo quería en español.
Oh.
So my español was really ratata, like it was
Mucho,
bad.
mucho.
It was worse. So I remember I tried and I did it and I took it. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then it was like, okay, well, we'll get back to you. Like, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
And I walked out and one of my friends que trabajaba ahí, he goes, "What happened? Did you get the yes?" And I was like, "No, it sounded more like a no." He goes, "You go back in there
Mm-hmm.
and you do another one. And you tell him, I know it was shitty. I'm practicing my Spanish. You cut another one and you take it back.
Wow.
Like that opportunity is not going to come again. You go and do it again."
Yes.
So I went in there, I cut a new one, and then I took it and I said the truth. Like, "Hey, my Spanish is not that great, but maybe that's who I could be on La Raza.
That's right.
I can be that young girl. I'm not going to be the older girl who's like their peer. Maybe I could be like their daughter.
Exactly.
And I could do the Spanglish.
So you were doing
And I
this
could
for
do
La
that.
Raza, La
La Raza.
97.9.
Yeah, yeah, I was doing it for La Raza when all I ever wanted to be was on English radio. And so he asked me to be Spanish. And I was like, "Pues, ¿cómo chingados voy a hacer eso?" But I did. And I pitched it to him in that sense of like, when they don't know how to use their phone and they ask, "A ver, ayúdame aquí." I'll be the ayúdame.
Yes.
Like, I'll be keeping you in trendy. I'll be keeping,
That's
especially La Raza. It's very regional. It's very men driven.
Yes.
Entonces, that's how I got in. And the rest is just...
I know.
Wow, what a story.
Well, there's a full circle
Awesome.
moment here.
Yes.
Beautiful story. I did not know all the details of your story. I knew snippets here. But fast forward, she went from La Raza. How long were you there?
To La Raza, I was there for a couple. I was doing weekends and I did overnights and stuff like that. So I think I did La Raza for like 2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And then from there, you go to Mega
Mega.
96.3.
To do the morning show.
How long were you there?
Oh my gosh. I was doing the morning show for another 3 years. Uno, I was the co-host.
Yeah.
Or the sidekick. And
Yeah.
then she quit. The girl that was doing the lead, she quit. And so they were like, "Melissa, you take over for now until we find someone." But Melissa did so good.
She hacked up the ratings.
That's right.
Melissa did so good
O sea, tú
that they
llegaste
just
con intención.
kept her. You know, it wasn't intención. I think I've always just, with everything in life, I've just swam.
Well, I didn't say intención to get her out. Intención de this is my moment. I need to shine and
I'm
be
gonna shine no
brilliant,
matter
even
what,
if it's
right?
5 seconds on the air.
You know, I was doing overnights a la raza, y a las 6 que salía, I would cross the way y me metía to the mega studio.
There it is.
What?
They weren't paying me.
And Mega was in English.
Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
weren't really paying me. I was on the clock. I was minimum wage. I hadn't slept. Yo llegaba a las 11 de la noche. I would prep for my raza show. And then I would cross the way in pajamas to Mega. And I would be the sidekick. And I
Wow.
just did it because of what could come.
Of course.
What I could learn.
You said
Or
yes to everything.
The beauty
Yes.
of just
Yep.
being there because that's what I wanted.
You were
My
paying
huge-
yourself.
And she's a mom.
Yes.
So you're like still hustling, trying to move your way up and learn. And then you finally land the mega deal in the mornings.
Yes.
You were there with Smoochie.
Yes.
Smoochie, shout out to Smooch. You guys are ready for the chisme?
Chisme. Go, go, go. Let's get it.
I said earlier
The tea.
we were spilling juice. Spilling juice.
Juicy news here.
Bueno, entonces yo me voy, yo digo, hey, I'm leaving. Y esto también es de pura corazonada, así de que, ay, me voy a ir, I'm going to do radio, ¿verdad? Because it's God's calling. Yo ya no andaba a gusto. And I was like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go. And most people have the rule of you never leave something without having something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't work that way. God tells me to jump and I jump. That's the way the Lord and I, we have like direct line, call me. So I remember I was like, all right, I draft up my resignation letter and I took it in and I was like, guys, unfortunately, something came up, another offer, which is a lot. It's bigger, it's better, so I'm leaving. And they didn't try to counter offer my imaginary offer. They didn't.
O sea, they said, the door's there?
Sí, sí, sí.
They're like,
They
oh,
were
good
like,
luck,
¿te vas
girl."
en 2 semanas? Sí. Can you train this person? Absolutely.
Oh,
Yo
okay.
se la entreno. Traigan a mi replacement. Entonces duré 2 semanas. I got to say goodbye, which is unheard of
Right.
in
radio.
in entertainment
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
Entonces I got to say goodbye to my people and it wasn't like, Worley, I'm leaving, they're garbage. No, it was like, thank you so much for this opportunity, whatever. I learned a lot. They me dejaron ser.
Qué bueno.
That's awesome.
De todo con Mega,
great.
they gave me free reign to find myself, to explore, to know que yo sí puedo hacer,
Sí.
eso. Entonces, I quit. I was unemployed for 3 months. And shout out to my husband, who was like, I got home and I'm like, I quit. What? Like, that's also a big no-no, right? In a relationship where you're just like, hey, I'm quitting my job.
¿No sabía?
No.
Oh my gosh, man.
Because he was going to try to talk me out of it.
Oh.
Like
you
any
were
logical
set.
person would be like, you can't leave. You have morning radio.
Yes, morning in LA.
Morning LA radio, no prior. And you're going to leave that because you think you deserve better, because you think God is telling you to move. That doesn't sound logical to a lot of people. So I couldn't
Right.
tell him, even though he knows me and he loves me and he supports me. I couldn't even say that to him. So I typed that letter up by myself and I took it in
Wow.
by myself.
Oh my God.
And then 3 months unemployed. And then I just get this call from Power.
Power 106.
Wow.
Got
Yeah.
it.
106.
That was God. Entonces Power 106 calls me, gives me the deal of a lifetime. And then I get to work with Nick Cannon. And that was an amazing morning show. We did that. It was so much fun.
All in English.
All in English, which is what I
okay.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yo decía, esto es mi mole.
Yep.
And then I also got to find myself that wasn't who I thought that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But that's not who I was.
Wow.
But you
know,
tried it. No te
but I
quedaste con
tried
las
it.
ganas.
I tried it and I was like, no, es que yo aquí no la hago. Imagínate, Melissa,
Wow.
more vanilla. And I'm like, todo este sazón, ¿qué voy a hacer,
Oh
güey?
my God.
Entonces, long story short, sorry, I know I'm dragging. So they call me and they tell me, hey, what do you think about moving to Cali in the afternoon? And that was a really hard decision for me. I was doing morning for so long, very involved in my kids' life. You get to see them en la tarde.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, por ahorita, let's do it. Let me do it. And I did it.
Mira, it was meant to be for you to be a Cali because now I get to hear you.
Yes.
I lasted in Mega
Yes.
not too long because it wasn't meant for me. Like, Diosito, aquí no era.
But do you see what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's just, we're
Yeah.
so faith-based, or at least for myself, and I think you too, que
Yes.
you're just kind of like, no, pues es que no era para mí.
Yeah.
Entonces, si llegó ella, y aunque yo hubiera estado ahí, la hubieran puesto ahí, my mom has always told me, lo del César al César.
Sí.
Lo que es para ti, aunque te quites, y lo que no, aunque te pongas.
te pongas.
I love that lesson though.
Yes.
It's like
It's true.
there's so many people that get stuck, right? That feel stuck when you're trying to do something and it's a really great opportunity, right? It's a great job, but I'm not loving it. And you didn't just ship once, you just shipped twice or a couple times. And like the whole thing is follow those dreams because we have one life, right? One life. And everything works out in the end.
Yes,
And your
does.
instinct. Follow your instinct
Yes,
too.
I
You
love
knew.
that.
Absolutely.
You
I
knew what was
felt
not for
it.
you.
Yeah, God was like nudging me. But also I feel like don't take it personal. I think a lot of times we take a lot of things personal. Lo que pasa en el trabajo, lo que
Sí,
pasa.
so
And it's
true.
just kind of like, had Argelia came and I felt resentful. Like, no, es que no es ella. Cada quien tiene que comer. Yo no, I'm not going to feed Argelia's babies. She's not going to feed mine. Entonces, you got to do what's good for yourself, but also not take it personal because we're all just trying to survive.
And look at
Yes. True.
somos
So true.
amigas. We've never taken anything personal because, I mean, it would be so sad if we did.
Also, this industry has sometimes, almost always, nothing to do with talent. It's like they're making moves
Right.
and
Yes.
shifting things behind the scenes.
all the time. Right now, as
Right?
we speak, there's some big radio moves happening.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that also off the record. Pero, oh my gosh, Meli, so your story is incredible. Okay, la pregunta del millón. You're a boss mom. You're a boss entrepreneur. You just came from a soccer game. Like literally,
we won 3-0. Shout out to Mateo.
Awesome.
Mateo, wow, congrats, hon. Obviamente es cómo buscas ese tiempo para darle a todos un pedacito de Melissa.
Oh, that's such a good question.
It really is.
I feel like we all know it's impossible. Like they always ask women, like, how do you do it all? And it's like, I don't. I really don't. If you walked into my house right now, you'd be like, pasó un huracán, güey." And you would judge me hard porque tú me ves bien bonita aquí sentada, bien arreglada. Y la ropa on the couch. And I almost missed Mateo's soccer. There was a time delay difference. Just I almost missed the game. I almost didn't make the game. Entonces you don't. You don't do it all. You just have to balance and then be your best self in whatever you're doing. Like if I'm with my kids, I try to dedicate my time to my kids ese ratito que los tengo and no
great.
estar acá y acá because that's easy for me to do also.
Right.
Yeah, because you're a content creator.
Yeah.
I mean, going on your
Also.
Instagram account is entertaining. Like if
so much fun.
if I have a headache on board, okay, it's a Meli time. There's two people. There are two people that do that for me. Melissa Rios and Will Smith.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, like I want to be entertained. Okay, let me see what she put up.
Will Smith.
I know.
Oh my
It's
God.
not funny. His videos are hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't
know about
follow him.
lately, but I know that before era como it was my
I
medicine.
just keep thinking about the slap.
I know.
I got it right here. It's
But
like-
your content, Meli, is amazing. And it's like, how do you squeeze in that content? Because we all know that takes so much time.
yes.
Time.
Are you just really good at it? Because
No,
girl,
no.
yeah.
I mean, I am pretty good. But also, when I, again, go back to La Raza days, I knew that I was that girl that was going to like introduce. So I started creating content fast, easy
There we
since the
go.
beginning. And so I know that I was a part of that intro movement of when social and radio or TV started colliding.
Finally.
Okay, that's great.
You know, when you used to be in radio before, you had a nickname and people didn't really know who you were. They only knew what you would give them. Now I can't say I'm have a persona on the radio. It has to be who I am in real life
course.
because they've merged. Entonces I think that because I started so soon with that, it's just given to me. It's easy. There's no way that I can go on air un día y no crear contenido.
Right.
Oh no, it's just
You're a natural.
intertwined.
Yeah.
It's intertwined.
Thank you.
Very
But you're
authentic.
right. You came into an era where social media was booming. Because when I started, it was, you can't even look at the internet. De repente me metía y era, hey, estás en la radio, no estás chismeando. Y yo,
Right.
pues es que me toca
It's
dar
part of it.
I'm the entertainment girl. Like, I need to find out
Yeah.
what Enrique Iglesias just did, you know?
Right.
But it was that bad. Like, o estás en la radio, you can't be on the computer.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So
Right.
now, I got to see the evolution of how the YouTube came to change that and the social media. And now it's like, all of a sudden, the one day from another, it's like, everybody has to be on social media now.
It
and
merged
And it was
all
like,
together.
finally, you get it. Te lo dije.
Yeah.
But now you have to learn it.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's very,
And
very
grow with it.
complicated. Yes.
Because it's ever evolving.
Always.
And like, if you are today, you're already late. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
tomorrow there's something new, especially with all this tech. But
That's
yeah.
right.
So, being in media, ¿qué es lo más difícil? El del entretenimiento. Right now, we're talking about motherhood again, but ¿qué es lo más difícil de tu carrera? What is the hardest thing? As much as you love it, because obviously you love what you do because it's a vocation. It's not even a career. It's a vocation for you. I mean, you heard God's calling. what is it that is the most difficult?
I'm going to sound really privileged right now, so I'm going to say that. Los problemas que tengo yo, you know? So I understand. I know that there's people who work hard labor. But for me, for what I do, I think the hardest part is dealing with mental health or problems and then clocking in and smiling and cheering other people on, or just being like, sometimes I'm just like,
when you're not okay, right?
Yeah, when I'm not okay, I have to like wipe my tears and go, Cali 93.9, la 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 la, and be that, you know, uplifting people. And so it's really hard to hold someone up when you're falling. And so that has been the hardest part for me, but it's also been a blessing because I've realized that I need to find the help and the support because I'm not leaving my job. So I need to find other outlets to be able to cry or to be able to say the way I feel and express myself. Para que cuando llegue al trabajo, o sea, no sienta la mochilota de emotions que tengo.
Let's talk mommy guilt.
That was really hard for me. I think I've been on Cali for 3-4 years.
Oh, wow.
And I still struggle with it.
I bet.
I still struggle so much with missing things. I'm very blessed. They are very lenient with me. They are very kind, I'm sure I could do more. Like, be like, I'm recording from home in my bed. Get that Helia treatment. Goals. But they're very lenient. They're very kind. They're very understanding. And then also, you know, talking it out, again, therapy for me has been essential because my therapist said to me, I tell her, I emphasize on not missing things. Like, I don't want to miss this. I don't want that. I don't want my kids to be traumados and I don't want this. And she's like, can I share something with you? I'm a therapist. My son goes to therapy.
Wow.
So to me, that was the biggest in my face. And I was like, wait, what? How are you messing your kids up if you're a therapist? And she's just like, es que cada cabeza es un mundo. Entonces tú les puedes dar todo. Tú puedes ser a stay-at-home mom. Y los puedes cuidar, les puedes dar de comer y puedes estar a cada evento y ellos van a ir a terapia y decir, mi mamá nunca luchó por sus sueños. Mi mamá nunca se fue y hizo nada por ella misma. Mi mamá, like, they're gonna have something to say about you regardless. So you might as well take care of yourself, be the best that you can be, and then when you're with them, give them the best you, even if it's por ratitos, and then be grateful for that. I get to take them to school every morning. When I did the morning show, I didn't get that.
Exactly.
So now we're doing prayer and affirmations, and we juice in the morning. Entonces, you know, I'm
Give and
trying
take,
to
give and take.
my mindset on it. Entonces, that's how motherhood is going. Mom guilt is very heavy on me. Pero es que de todos modos los vas a traumar, hija. Entonces,
And they're also watching you, Melissa. They're watching you work hard.
oh, I know.
And you know, making your dreams come true. Such a big deal. So that, to me, that's such a blessing that they can watch their mommy and admire the mommy.
And hopefully they pick up on that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of having entitled kids.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
anybody
exactly.
else?
Trust
Yes.
me.
Oh yeah,
We've
all
talked
of us.
about that.
We've had
all
that
of us.
topic.
All of us.
Because we're not raised, I've said it many times, we're not raising ourselves. And these kids are growing up with a lot of privilege.
Different.
But I think just talking, I think what we've come up with is just talking to them about the privilege they have.
Yes.
So they're aware of it so that it doesn't get to that space where you're just like, ¿Quién eres tú? You know what I mean? Like,
¿Qué vienes a decirme? Mamá,
Who do
I want
you
this
think
new
you
polo
are?
shirt.
Well, we were just talking
Yes.
about that. Remember we were talking about makeup and how like my 14-year-old is a total Sephora stereotype. I mean, everything has to be from Sephora. The shampoo, the blush, the mascara. And I'm
How
like,
are you doing it?
girl, I'm like, I used to buy my stuff at Rite Aid. I still do. I go grocery shopping and I'm like, oh, there's my shampoo in that aisle 3, you know? I mean, I don't shop at Sephora. I
That's a
wish.
kiddo.
But my
That's because
kid
they're being sold
does.
to. They're
Yeah.
on TikTok. They're being
Yes.
sold all these products. We didn't have that. Think about it. We'd be lucky if we go to Kmart.
No, we're living
Yeah.
in another world,
You know,
for
and
sure.
you know.
Yeah.
So we do the best
Kmart.
we can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We do the
you can
best we
do.
can with what we
Yes.
got, everything that you just said. I think that's exactly what it is. You just try your best.
Así
And you
es.
show them that they matter, right? And you show them that you care.
I do. I do.
That's-
And my kids, I'm very open. My mom, again, my mom me decía, no llores. You know, when I was younger, like, don't cry, don't cry. And I always had
Stay
to be
tough.
like the strong one. And so like little things like that. Even now, I'm like, I can't cry. My therapist like, is cry. Ah! So with
Let
my
it out.
kids, I try to learn
Right.
and to implement on them. And then also llegué a la conclusión de que they're going to talk about me in therapy anyway. So all I can do is just be the best me that I can be.
Yes,
Exactly.
for sure. And just to wrap up the mommy guilt thing, I've heard this before, from women say mommy guilt only exists in our head because we put it there.
Yes.
Because we are the ones that are creating those
Hardest on
thoughts.
ourselves.
We bring those thoughts in
That's
and
so
then we're
true.
like, now it's taking over us, right? And they're just thoughts.
Yeah.
Porque el guilt is, we're trying our best. So we should be
Yes.
flipping the chip and saying, en vez de mommy guilt, mommy pride, because I'm doing what I can with what I have.
And be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
If you were
That's
kinder, you'd
That's
be
so
like,
true.
good job. Good job, Melissa. You made it to the game. Good
Yes.
job.
Yes.
Like, be nice. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend. I wouldn't talk
That's true.
a Argelia like, ¿cómo no fuiste? Trabajas
Yes.
toda la mañana. Like, you would
Yes.
never say that to someone.
But you know
Why
what,
would you do
Melly?
that to yourself?
Our parents did that before. Our tías would be like, mira esta que se cree.
Ajá.
O sea, ¿cómo se le ocurre irse a trabajar a la radio teniendo
Sí.
dos niñitas tan
Ajá.
chiquitas? ¿Quién las va a llevar a la
It's true.
escuela?
Sí.
That is a narrative we grew up on.
Yes.
Right.
But
That's
now
true.
we're flipping that narrative
ourselves.
and saying, no, yo puedo ir a trabajar y puedo recoger a mis hijas y darles de comer y llevarlas al baile y al deporte, cenar con ellas, bañarlas y rezar con ellas y acostarlas. Thank you very much.
Y después ir a un drink con tus amigas
qué
después de
no?
ponerlas a dormir.
But you know what? The tias now are looking at us going on dates.
Yes.
Yes.
Doing things for ourselves, going on those
Yeah.
girls' trips. And they're just like,
Ay.
I had it wrong. Like
Yes.
I wish I did that. I wish I did that. And so that's a thing. It's like learning, growing, showing up for yourself, put on the mask yourself before you
Yeah.
put it on others.
See?
Showing up for yourself, taking care of ourselves. Like we show up differently for our
Sí.
families.
And remembering that it's going to get messy.
Yeah.
Like, I left this morning. There's, like you said, clothes all over. I have to get back and
Yes.
sort, hang shit.
qué
Oh,
hueva.
my God.
Mira,
It's
lo que
so
nos
true.
espera. Oye,
My
llegó
God.
Belly aquí. Le dije, girl, don't even look at our kitchen.
No.
She's
Yeah.
like, girl, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Es que así andamos todas.
No,
We
my
try to
sink,
make it-
sink is full of dishes right now
Yeah.
from like 2 days ago. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
That's the reality.
But the important things are getting done.
Like my hair and my makeup.
Yes, girl. Oye,
This is true.
prioridades.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
We might not have time to pick up those clothes, but girl, I'm not gonna miss that
Oye,
lash.
la pestaña bien puesta.
And you know what? We have to. Like we have to take care of ourselves.
I love all these truth bombs that you're throwing out, and I love everything that we're sharing. And just so that you know, Melly, we have a lot of comadritas that need to hear these words, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to take advantage of your beautiful presence to help out a comadrita who has sent us a letter donde está contra la espada y la pared. And so we're going to pull out this letter right now. We're going to read this letter, and we're going to share our perspectives. Like we said before, ¿verdad, comis? We're not therapists. We're not consejeras oficiales certificadas. We're just women.
Girl, we have opinions.
We have opinions.
We're just your comadres.
So, comadritas, are we ready to help out a comadre?
Yes.
do it.
Let's do it. Hi, beautiful ladies. First, excuse my grammar. I'm on my phone. We get you, girl.
Oh,
we
yes.
get you.
We do.
Well, this is a financial advice. I'm not married, nomás arrejuntada since 2008. So, since we moved in together, it's been 50-50.
Since when?
2008.
Since 2008.
Oh, shit.
Been a while.
Okay.
They've been
Like
50-50.
almost 20 years.
finances.
17 years. Okay.
Ya no nos van a chismear
50-50.
nada si andas ahí con tus... Be nice. Amiga, we're here to listen.
Oye,
We listen, we don't judge.
Don't judge.
I haven't even,
She's like,
I haven't even gone to my fourth sentence.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Sorry.
We both had children when we met at 36. He had 2 girls. Follow the story. This is where it gets tricky, okay? He had 2 girls. I had 2 children, boy and girl. Then we had a boy in 2009.
Together they had a
5
boy.
kids. Okay.
Yo soy alcahueta and always took care of money, parties, trips, movies, and theme parks.
Wow.
He always been a tied ass for these events.
Oh.
I know, Goma. It gets worse.
Mm.
My question or advice, how many couples that already had previously children then live together are 50-50? That's her first question. And this is why we need to get your perspective, Melly. If we shop at Costco, 90% of the time, he wants my half. When we travel to Jalisco, I have to pay him back my airline ticket in payments. And she puts a sad face. If we travel to Durango, we drive. I pay 90% of the gas on his vehicle. If we have a house project, he expects he makes the upgrade, then puts me on a monthly plan to pay him back.
Oh.
Wow.
2024, July, I purchased a car. I wanted to finance it with the dealer, but he paid it in cash to avoid the financial fees. That's excellent. But now he has me paying him back the exact amount as if I'm paying the bank. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. I know about friends that their husbands purchase the car or trips and she don't pay back. Stuff like that makes me wonder. I would like to know how many couples, women, are paying up their 50-50. Currently, we are both 52. We both have adult children in which they get along great, plus our 15-year-old son. Is the financial part that I would like to know how other couples make it through. We both have separate bank accounts. This year, we decided to open a joint bank account. 2 months then, in person until now, I do love him, for the record. I do love him. It's the financial break that he expects me for help. I'm like, no codo, just pay. Or am I being mean? LOL. At least she has a sense of humor.
I mean, you got, first of all, you got to love a man a great deal to put up with that shit. Oh my God.
Esta no se aguantó.
Are you married? I was for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was for a very long time.
Yeah.
Doesn't take shit. Doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Mejor sola que mal acompañada.
This is true.
Image here.
This is true.
You know what? Come on, you just take it away, man. I think you're gonna represent all of us, but we'll go around the room.
No, you know, I'm also very open-minded.
Yes.
I really do believe that, especially during these times, it is hard. I mean, you need two incomes to survive. So yes, I do support that. You know, the wife and the husband working together. But I also think that some men really need to step up and be men, you know, and not expect 50-50 because you know what? Women in general, I think we give so much. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Women give way more than 50%. That's just my perspective. So I think that he needs to step up, be a man, and don't put so much pressure on her to be the 50-50 y cobrarle cada penny. Like, you got to pay me back. Come on.
It's like a turn off.
It's a turn off. It would actually turn me off.
Me too.
I mean, my next question is, like, how's the sex life? Like, that would be such a turn off.
¿También está cobrando?
Yes.
I mean, at
You
this,
charge him.
I know, right? At this rate, todo lo que le cobra, 50-50. Okay, I understand the 50-50, you know, like I'll say it. In my example, we made an agreement where Omar takes care of all the utility bills, right? And I take care of the supermarket. O sea, pero hay un deal. Pero eso de que de repente yo me paso, me voy a la Costco, you don't want to know how much I spend, man.
Yeah.
Imagine if he kept.
Do you guys have joint bank accounts?
We have joint bank account. When we married, we were cada quien separado. Imagine me working since 16. O sea, this is my money and this is my money.
Yeah.
Y lo que es tuyo es mío y lo que es mío es mío, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, years later into our marriage, we're like, ¿para qué nos casamos? Right?
Yeah.
To share not only a life, not only our bodies, not only careers and stuff, but to also share what we together are able to earn. So we have a joint bank account and no nos andamos monitoreando. Y de repente yo le compro cosas a él y no le ando cobrando y viceversa. So for me to know that even in trips, you're charging for her airfare, for gas, the gas that got you there to the destination, si se me hace que es muy poca M.
Yes.
Give her a break.
I feel like, so my husband works, he has a company, our juice company. I work, we have one bank account, and my husband is bien codo. Okay. And
Frugal.
Sure.
Frugal?
That's a nice way to say it. Y yo soy la gastalona. Like, so there's like a balance there. He's like, you're doing this, you're doing that. But I feel like in this this conversation, maybe it's more of a team thing that she doesn't feel like they're a team. Porque no tienen, o sea, si no se puede, por decir, el señor no hace suficiente dinero y compró los boletos y you have to pay him back porque el señor no tiene. Like, ¿de dónde va a sacar dinero si no lo tiene? Do you know what I mean? One thing is him just saying, no, you owe me those $20 and that's it. But maybe he needs your $20. So we don't know the financial part of that. But I think this is more of you're not feeling like you guys are a team, especially when you bring up the part of we aren't married. So that's like already, because you're like, we're not married. So you have that very present in your life, que
Yeah.
a cualquier momento tú dices gracias a Dios y cada quien por su lado y todos tus años y lo que has pagado, lo que has invertido, queda en nada.
Yeah.
Entonces, I think that that's maybe more where she's coming from, where she's not feeling like they're a team and also taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like he's not taking care of you financially, but maybe you're just not feeling taken care of and secure overall in your relationship. To me, we said it was a red flag, or it was a turnoff.
Turn off.
A mí
yeah.
me gusta que me cuiden.
I was going to say.
A mí me
yeah.
gusta que me mimen, que me digan, mira, te compré esto, mira, te voy a llevar acá, or don't worry, I got it. From putting gas in the car to paying for it to take care of me.
Yeah.
Entonces, I feel like she's so independent and she's 50-50. Like, this is really not a team. It's more like a maybe
like a
they are a
business
team.
Yeah,
Like, it's
transactional.
Yeah.
And she got him used to that too. She made a point, alcahueta. Like I started to pay for a lot of
17
things.
But
right?
that's the thing.
17
She
years
wants
of this?
She started it.
Ahí,
It's almost like
ahí
she
está el
started it.
problema, amiguita, comadrita, que
Mal
you've
acostumbrado.
let it carry on for so long that it became the system. But I think that it's never too late to
Right.
express yourself, that
That's right.
you don't feel like you're a team, and it's time to speak up. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're coming to us because we have more perspectives to share. Diana, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I'm with you. I want to be provided for, but not take advantage of a man. I'm not that kind of woman where
Why
I'm
not?
like,
Why not? Take advantage.
listen, if he wants to, yes. But I also
I'm talking about in the bedroom. Take advantage.
okay,
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's
o sea, dando y dando.
Pajarito volando.
I'm definitely a giver. I'm definitely a giver in that
Most
area.
women are.
But yeah, I want a man.
nature.
I want a man to be a provider.
Yes.
And but there's also that aspect where, like, for instance, I come with 2 kids. So as I am dating now, that's something that, I do think about. Like, okay, is the man who's going to date me, is he going to want to take care of my kids?
He needs
Date
to.
rich.
Yeah.
Date very rich.
Yeah, I know.
needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does he need to? Because they have a father, and they have a father
Right.
who should be
Right.
taking care of
Right,
them.
but if he invites you guys to dinner.
Oh no, that yes,
But
but
you
that's what I'm
do-
saying.
yeah.
Dinner, those kinds of things,
Yeah.
yes. But I'm talking about like like in the future as a husband, because this is a
Yes.
partner. We're talking
You're
about a
living
couple
together.
But if their
who's been living
their
together.
dad is providing, your children
Yeah.
has a dad, then
Yeah.
he's not going to need to.
Exactly.
But he should be able to step
Be
in.
able to
Yes.
if the
If he-
father doesn't come
Yes.
through. But
Help
yes,
me.
I want
Yes.
a man who will say, don't worry, we're going to get a house.
Yes.
We're going to get a house and we're all going to live. My kids, your kids, and we're going to feed them. And it'll be, and that he's going to be open to, of course, I'm going to take care of our family. Because I think it's also a part blending your families.
Exactly.
And yes, blending an account. Once you're together, you blend at least one account. And yes, you guys can have little separate accounts to do your
We
hobbies
have
and
that
stuff.
going on.
But I
just
think,
porque uno nunca sabe.
yeah,
Uno
exactly.
nunca sabe.
I don't have one.
As a woman,
I know.
Melly, you don't have a separate
That's
account?
everything.
Yeah.
I do not have a
I
separate
don't either.
account.
I don't
Tenemos que
either.
hablar.
We've had this conversation. We're both divorced. We both have gone through. I mean, I've lost everything. I don't have a savings account either. So don't worry. So yeah, I regret not having that
having
extra,
one.
that little nest.
That's right.
Because now I'm screwed.
Meli, mi abuela
Yeah.
decía, el diablo anda en todo. Y es la verdad. We work so hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we don't trust our partners and our husbands, but you just never know.
Yeah.
You have to have your little
you,
safety net.
But you can know. I got lots to say.
Okay.
Like, you know me, I got lots to say. Let me
Once
listen
we
up, let me
blend
listen
our
up.
families,
Cállense porque ahí voy.
No, you know what? I think number one is that it bothers you.
Yeah.
Because you're sharing it with us. And I would say communication is the number one thing with finances. We all grow up. We all have our own relationship with money, right?
Yeah.
We grow up with our parents and how they do things. And so you definitely, sometimes you don't see eye to eye with the other person. One's a spender, one's a saver, right? And you're just like, wait, well, how are we going to do this? So I think the most important thing is to talk about it. Talk about what worries you about the other person and why you don't fully trust them, because trust is a factor here. So there is a little bit of like, okay, I have to take care of this. There, you still have a household. And I think, it seems like you guys are sharing in the costs already, but you're doing it very transactionally. So I would suggest, obviously you keep your own bank accounts, but there is a household cost.
Yes.
Right? There is a monthly household cost. And you also are going to have a separate probably cost for trips, the trips that you guys do, and any other entertainment and incidentals.
Movies.
All of the extra.
Entertainment, yeah.
So I think talking about that, writing everything down so everything doesn't become transactional. And also, equal is not equitable. So what I mean is if somebody makes $1,000 and the other person makes $50,000, $500 for that person is a lot more than $25,000 for the other person.
Right.
And so this is where percentages come in.
Yes.
What percentage can I put into the pot that's the same as your percentage? And that's what comes into that pot. So no one person is not out. If I can't afford a $3,000 a month apartment, but you can, then I'm making X amount. So I'm due the 30% and you're due 70%. And I think that's when you put everything in a pot, everything doesn't become you owe me this, you owe me that. And so you know what your costs are every single month. Put everything in there. And that way you guys get to enjoy just living and being, because you're not like, hey, pay me back for this, pay me back for this.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like they're charging you. You're contributing to your family household.
Yes.
At least that's how I
Hacer
see it.
matemáticas.
La matemática.
Can you tell she was a math genius?
She's
Yeah.
it's very
I like that.
logical.
Yeah.
We're speaking from emotions.
Emotions,
And
yes.
she's like, no. Hay que hacer math, guys.
Saquen la
Let's do
calculadora.
math.
Yeah.
So I have an observation here, girls, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. But cuando amas a alguien, when you love someone, like, how do you even dare go there? O sea, I don't know. O sea, I've never been in that position, but yo lo que gasto en mi familia, my husband, de repente yo voy a comprarme algo for me, and I end up falling in love with some shoes for him, and I'm like, oh, those shoes would look so good on him. I'm going to grab them. Y se los regalo. And I would never dare to say, me debes $100.
But do you come from scarcity? Like, maybe this man literally is just like,
No, yo
necesito
entiendo.
guardar, like, tú me debes 5. Por ejemplo, vamos a comer.
Yes, you're right.
Yo digo, vamos a comer.
Yeah.
Y si yo las invito, yo pago.
Yeah.
Y yo no le voy a decir, hey, you need to sell me.
Totally.
Oh, that's not who I am.
Yeah,
No,
and
I
but
get
there
that.
are some friends
Some people
Yes.
like
that are like,
Oh,
this
trust
is
me.
what you ordered.
I have
Yes.
friends.
This
Yes.
is what, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean.
But I get that. I get that. But I'm talking cuando ya has todo eso a un lado.
Yeah.
Hablas de que lo que es mío de verdad es tuyo, lo que es tuyo es mío, es de los dos. Es de los dos. That's where I'm
Well, I
coming
think
That
from.
happens
especially-
without communication.
And this is a couple, like a couple we're talking about, and they've been together 17
Yeah.
years.
It's like they're
different
married.
if it's your friend, like a roommate. You're like this sounds like a roommate situation. Like, hey, rent is due on the 1st. You owe me
Yeah, you owe me.
$500.
Right.
Like
so
on the 1st.
unsexy. I'm
It's
sorry.
very
Yeah.
But when you start doing that in a relationship and you never talk about it, she clearly is bothered by it, but maybe they talk about it in the moment and they don't figure it out. And then you keep going through this type of transaction every single time. And it's not working out for either one of them because
So
I'm
what's
sure
the
he doesn't feel.
solution? Yeah.
You got to sit down. You got to sit down maybe with a financial planner. You got to sit down just with yourselves, write everything down. How much does
Can
it
you help
yes.
me with this?
How much does it cost to run this household?
¿Sabes qué? Aquí lo primero que tiene que pasar, the first things first. Like you say when
Que
they
se
sit down.
case. No. Es que,
Oh,
amiga,
no. Ah.
here's the thing. Es que yo sé que viene a veces el divorcio, pero
Yeah,
si yo
right.
me divorcio por ley, papi, la mitad. Me tienes
yes,
que dar la
la
mitad.
mitad.
That's true.
Entonces, I feel like that's the first thing she said. And to me, it's like, that might be a thing that she's like,
You're
to be
right.
clear.
That is the second sentence. I'm
Yeah.
not married. No más arrejuntada since 2008.
But in
Arrejuntada, living
California,
together.
after 10 years,
Yep.
you have domestic partnership.
That's
Oh,
true.
And
good
so
point.
anything after that, you are owed 50-50 anyway.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Wow.
let's make that clear. But
Okay.
I think really, really, really communication. This isn't working for us. Let's figure out something new
Yes.
Yeah.
that works for the both of us.
Communication, amiguita, comadrita.
Yeah.
First things first. Do you know how much he makes? Does he know how much you make? Okay, if you don't know that, you need to sit down now and do the homework.
Yeah.
You need to sit down. Vamos a hablar. ¿Cómo va? Cuentas claras, amistades largas. Pero aquí, pues sí,
Yeah.
somos amistades porque no estamos casados. But okay, whatever. La lista. ¿Cuánto ganas a la quincena, al mes? ¿Cuánto yo traigo a la mesa? That's first, right? And
Yeah,
second, los
absolutely.
gastos de la casa.
You gotta be
How much is
transparent.
every single thing?
Yeah.
And I think once you do that assignment together as a team, oye, güey, o sea, no seas codo.
Another thing, maybe no seas tan alcahueta.
Yeah.
Like she says that she's planning
Yes, she
movie
likes-
trips, this, that,
Parties.
Disney, parties, whatever. He's not paying for that because he's not planning it. Entonces maybe you need to take a step back and say, ya no te voy a celebrar el cumpleaños como te lo celebraba porque no me conviene financially.
Yeah.
Ya no vamos, a lo mejor no vamos a ir a Durango, right? She says,
Yeah.
oh,
Yes.
we drive and I pay. Is it to go see your family?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's saying you're paying for all of it because I don't want to go. We're going because this is your idea and it's your Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like
Yeah.
you need to take a step back within yourself. And if you're not liking financially, then you have to tighten up with your money
Yes.
and be a little bit more like him because you're
right.
giving and giving and you're upset because he's not reciprocating.
Yeah, she's becoming resentful.
Yeah.
And you just got to write it down because you almost think maybe I don't have money for that. But then once you write it down, you're like, actually, if we are really smart with our money, we have a lot of money to do other things that maybe you're spending on frivolous things. So yeah, I think it comes down to that. It comes down to what are your priorities? What do you want to do that's non-negotiable? Like that, you really want to go see Durango, so you put that into the budget.
And Jalisco. And she mentioned Jalisco. And she mentioned
Jalisco.
theme parks. You're right. Who wants to go to Disneyland? Is it him? Is it her? Is it the kids?
Yeah. Right.
Hey, do the kids work? Órale, a pagar también. I mean,
Yeah.
let's start teaching that too, right? And tienen que ayudar en la casa.
Or you have an account for entertainment, for going out, vacations, theme
That's
parks,
right.
parties, for that extra
Yes.
stuff,
Yes.
which are privileges, really. I mean,
Yeah.
our
I
kids do
love
not
it.
need to go to Disneyland every year.
But you know what?
Planning.
Thank you for trusting us with your situation, with your dilemma. I can guarantee you, amiguita, that you are not the only one in this boat. That's why this letter has so much value because hopefully all of our opinions and perspectives will also help other comadritas that are in the same situation.
right.
And I don't know, girls, but I think we gave her our honest truth. This is our truth. It doesn't mean you have to do what I tell you or Meli or Mindy or Diane or Janet. You heard us. Now you go and do what you feel is the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Because you want to take it out of your system.
Yeah.
Que no?
Absolutely.
O sea, no puede vivir así.
No.
If she's not comfortable, we need to talk and do something about
Yeah.
this.
But
We're here
also,
for
like,
you.
are your friends like, because if you have a friend como acá mis ojos y como yo, we're gonna influence you a lot. You're gonna be like, oh, es bien codo, es bien this. So, but if you have a friend like her, she's gonna be like, amiga, just talk about it. It's
Communication.
good. Entonces, yo siempre digo, bueno, no sé. I mean, when I give an opinion, porque yo soy bien intensa.
Sí, yo también.
Entonces, I'm like, come on, un codo.
No, para
Ya
nada.
nos vamos. Ay, no, gracias.
Y una amiga como Archie, el amor lo puede todo.
Sí, comunicación. And she's just like, I mean, I understand. No.
I like this like real, true, transparent, down
So
to truth,
I think
girl.
you just have to consider your source also, and what are you okay with? Porque some
Yeah, what are
people
you
live
okay
like this, and it's okay. Like, que él te cobre, que tú, like she said, you guys have your own children. Girl, you want to go to Disneyland. That's why you're spending the money. Stop spending so much money on that stuff, and maybe things will get better.
Sí, tienes toda razón.
Si tú eres feliz, amiga, continúa.
Yes.
And if not, do something about it.
This is the beauty of this conversation because we would have this same conversation if we were out at having brunch together with you, comadrita. Okay,
Absolutely.
The
You're right
same
here,
exact thing.
comadrita.
Esto no es un show.
I
Esta es
love
la
these.
pura verdad.
Yes, it is.
I just
La
be like,
cruda verdad.
hey, ¿quieres más? Tienes que...
¿Quieres que afloje más? O sea, afloja más.
Listen, baby boy.
¿Quieres que yo te pague the plane ticket? Do you know what it's like llegar a tu rancho con esto? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Y quiere que yo
Girl,
le pague
yes.
the plane ticket?
Yes.
Por favor.
Por favor, igualado este.
You wanted to reimburse you for that?
Are you kidding?
And how can I reimburse you, honey?
Can I just take care of you? Can I just take care of your whole
Oye, ya
vacation?
siéntese, señor. Ya siéntese, señor. This is a great way to end it.
Yeah.
I love the positivity.
Yes.
Amiga Meli, you've been amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for your precious advice, your
Yes.
story. We can go on for hours
yes, we can.
with Meli, but You want to hear her on the radio.
That's
All you got to
right.
do is tune in Monday through Friday. Hit it, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Tune in, Cali 93.9, 3 to 7. You can find me on my Instagram at I'm Melissa Rios. I have a podcast, Pa La Calle, and Organic Juice
Awesome.
Dude. Educate your family,
So
educate
good.
yourself, have some green juice, health is wealth. And then I just wanted to say thank you. I know I talk a lot. I know that my ADHD kicked in, but thank you guys so much for inviting me and having me here. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. The Baddies Club.
Yeah. She's our
I'm so
first
flattered.
guest. We're gonna clap like this at the end.
Yeah.
The Baddies Club. And actually, I think it's like this.
Oh, pues.
Oh.
I think it's like this.
Oye,
It's
dime.
sign
I think it's
language.
like, yes,
sign
girl.
As long as it's not like a gang sign or something.
It's
girl.
sign language.
Mel,
The
I'm trying to
right
be,
way.
I'm trying to be
Okay.
cool, so I got it wrong.
The right way is sign language. I think this means yes.
Yes, girl.
My
Yeah.
daughter
But I
does
go
this
like
to
this.
me. My daughter
Yeah.
says, "Mommy."
That's money.
No, I love you.
Oh,
I
really?
love you. She's always mommy.
Oh.
Her kids don't like her.
I think it's very
Lucky her.
Cheers,
Cheers.
ladies.
For
Cheers.
más Mellies in the
Cheers,
world.
cheers,
Yay! You know where to follow us. Subscribe. Share the YouTube.
Subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, all of it.
All of it. All of it.
Press
growing.
subscribe,
Follow.
Thank
Send
you.
me your letters. Yes.
Yes.
Bravo.
That was a good one. That was a good
Y por
letter.
más organic juice, dude. Woohoo! Thank you for this drink. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Salud.
And for keeping it.
Juicy.
And
Ahí quedó. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. We'd love to see your reviews and hear your thoughts. You can also follow Comadres Unfiltered on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for more updates. New episodes every Tuesday. Until next time, comadritas.